Hello, everybody. This is your favorite fluffy pony, Venomous Pie, the pinkie pie of this little group of insanity here. Welcome to another episode of Bronimaniacs Discuss. Yeah, spring break is actually here for some of us. Thank goodness. And speaking of that, we have our Trixie David.
Has anybody seen my magic hat?
We also have our Mod Pie, which is Little Looney.
Wallflower Blush wasn't in the special. 0 out of 10.
I bet you spoke that way in a deadpan tone actually kind of fits. We also have our Doctor Who's, our Crimson.
Wibbly, wobbly, timey, wimey.
God damn it.
We also have someone who has not appeared in a podcast in quite a while. We finally have our Dopey Who's. Endless nonsense.
Hi, I'm back after eternity of not being here. Nobody remembers me.
Those my endless.
Aw, I give in the snuggles.
Come on, group hug, group hug.
And,
Babe, you're still wonderful.
and last but certainly not least, we have ourselves a special guest this evening. Please welcome our longtime friend, Admiral Spraker. This Admiral, aka Dirk.
Lemons are hippos!
Also, that's pronounced Spraker. I swear you did that
Yeah,
on
I
purpose.
know. I was going to change it to Reed just because you messed up my name, but I decided to let it slide.
I didn't actually say it fully. I caught myself actually.
You still said Sprack. Still counts, but I'll let it slide.
I swear you did that on purpose.
No, I didn't. I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
You just say Admiral or Durg or my OC name.
Oh, Zaggy Laggy Draggy.
No.
No, that's his undercover name.
And yeah, the
Special Agent Zaggy Laggy Draggy.
anywho, what we'll be discussing tonight is the newest Equestria Girls special that just came out today. That's known as Spring Breakdown. So
Hopefully we won't have any breakdowns while we're discussing it.
no problem.
Well, we're in the middle of spring, so we shouldn't worry.
What are you talking about? Spring started like almost a week ago.
Not for my
Hey.
schools. My schools start this week, actually.
Ugh.
They start late. They start late for us.
Mine started last week.
I guess we should get blooming so we can start.
Really.
I'll let that slide. So, anyways, you guys know the whole ordeal, and I refuse to repeat myself this time. So, let us just get to the meat of things, shall we?
Okay.
So, Dirk, since you was our special guest, do you want to go first on the positives, or do you want to go last?
I'll go last.
Okay. So, let's start us off with... Let's go with Looney.
Oh, alright. Let's see. For my positive, I liked all the little continuity nods scattered here and there throughout the special. Like, they had a couple of references to the shorts, like the little girl from Pinky City made a cameo appearance. There's a surprise reference to the Choose Your Own Ending shorts, where they participated in the Bedazzled play. Even though that makes me question which ending should be considered canon. And most important of all, they referenced the frickin' movie. I didn't realize it at first, but when I saw the stream chat mention that the Storm King's logo had appeared in the water, that made me think that somehow the Storm King himself would actually appear.
Yeah, same.
I was kind of disappointed that he didn't, but it was worth it just to get another callback to the movie.
It's interesting note here.
And also, it's worth pointing out that Spike didn't have his wings and the Skull of Friendship was gone.
Maybe Spike ate it.
And this special takes place after the movie, but before season 8.
Yep.
Yeah, that the animators got confused.
Yeah, I think it's the first thing you said.
But yeah, that's my positive.
Who'd you pass it off to, buddy?
Let's see. Let's give it to Crimson.
Whenever he's ready.
If he's still here, that is. He might still be in one of his portals.
Oh, there he is.
I'm here. And I was sitting here the entire time, just not saying anything. Except for one word. Jackpot.
Oh, gosh. Go right ahead, Crimson.
Well, for my positive, okay. I will give credit for Rainbow Dash, but that's not going to be about her. I'm saving her for something else. My positive is actually there's another portal that a certain somebody's Sunset found. And I was left with so many questions. Wait, so if there was another portal instead of the mirror, then wait, how many portals are in that world then? Oh dear.
You know, it's actually kind of funny. Like, just imagine some random average Joe suddenly falls into.
I'll find.
And then cue the goofy sound.
And that poor average Joe happened to be Moonbone. I mean, what?
Just randomly go like, I'm gonna go to the pool to have a swim. Then just jump into the pool and then it started glowing. Then just the person who jumped in disappeared. Wakes up the next moment later, he turns into a pony.
And then Twilight meme face.
I have a pony face.
But yeah. My positive is that we actually got to go back to Equestria again. And it's not sunset this time.
Or it's not just sunset, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that was a highlight.
yeah, where it's not. Yeah, because the last time Sunset went back to Equestria was because of somebody's wallflower.
Oh gosh.
Gee, I wonder who you were referring to there.
Got anything else to say, Crimson?
What's that? That would be it. And I pass a few pizza rolls for everybody in the call.
Yeah.
And I'll pass it over to my lovely in-laws.
Aww.
Aw.
I ship it.
Hooray!
You give it over to the Moomin Green.
You're like, unless it's like, hooray.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say Muffin Queen or Moomin Queen?
I said Moomin Green.
Where did
Oh.
you hear muffin?
And to be fair, they sound similar.
So, Moomin muffins? Okay.
Make it canon.
Anyways.
Go ahead, Endless.
Alright. Out of the things I like, the one thing I will choose is the visuals. It's like, it's appealing to the eyes. Like how everyone is dressed. Like, that was pretty nice. Like, especially Sunset's outfit. If you guys remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, the dresses, they were pretty.
Yeah, they were. Sunsets and I think Rarity's was my favorite. And also, the facial expressions. There was a lot of funny facial expressions.
Oh, those mean faces.
Especially that one Spike made at the end.
Yes.
Make this a meme.
It's already a meme. People have been memeing it for hours.
Yeah, me and Crimson have made a meme.
I mean, outside of our little group.
Oh.
This meme's outside of our group too.
Make this the next pudding face. Pudding.
Yep, there was. Yep, Spike, Twilight. There was a lot of funny, silly expressions. It's just, and also the way that the storm looked was also pretty appealing. Like, it's just that was animated pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I would take note of how they animated the hair when the strong wind picks up.
Yeah, that was done well for Flash.
Yeah, I imagine that's gonna be a huge pain to animate in that program.
I imagine it's a pain to animate no matter what you're using.
It's true, but with Flash, things are supposed to be easy.
Well, so they say.
I wouldn't know. I'm not an animator.
I've actually used Adobe Flash for school project before, and man, can it be irritating to work with sometimes.
I try Adobe Flash. I like animate my Twitter banners that I make. Yeah, I failed.
Yeah, good.
So I know the feel.
Yeah, good job, animators. You made the episode visually appealing.
I mean, it's hard enough drawing still frames for a comic, so I can imagine animation is about 100 times more difficult.
It is. I guess I'll get it to you, Ven.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Well, I guess I can expand on I think I can expand on a positive here. I do like all the scenes that took place within Equestria. I especially love I actually really like the interaction between Sidetwi and Twilight herself. Though for some strange reason, Sidetwi is designed as a unicorn. Yeah, in Legend of Everfree, and this special, when she ponied up in her human form, she had wings. Thought that was pretty weird.
I'm guessing that's only like a transformation thing, not in like base thing. I'm not sure how to describe it.
I mean, she hasn't been corrupted by Lawson yet.
She didn't really do anything to earn her wings in Equestria.
True, and she was the other counterpart of Twilight, but just because they're both the same in different universes, they don't have the same thing.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I also like Pinkie Pie's notion when she saw Sidetwi. She's like, oh, Sidetwi, hi Baby Dash, hi somebody I don't recognize. Because you're not Moon Dancer.
Oh, wow.
I refuse to take that back. They have the same basic design.
True.
Which I know if that's the point, because symbolism, but still.
Yeah, Penny's just used to seeing all the Twilight clones. This isn't new for her.
Though, what was really interesting, though, because when the girls until, like, one of them did not realize there was a portal, I'm surprised that Sunset was quickly enough to act for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, she had to. They were attacked by a plant monster.
True.
Although, I also give a special highlight to Sidetwi freaking out when she discovers she's a pony.
Yes.
Though what I found hilarious though, because once they went into Equestria, their clothes just like I was questioning that because I'm like, wait, they have their clothes on in the human world, so wait, once they went,
Grammy, that's how it's been working for years. They don't have clothes in Equestria, but they have clothes in human land, whatever.
Wait. You mean ponies are naked?
well,
yes, we've been nudists for centuries.
Wait, and little turkeys too?
well,
I mean, you're gonna eventually outgrow all your clothes, so it's pointless for you to wear anything.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that's my positive. Just all the scenes that take place within Equestria are very nice.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only part of the special I actually liked, besides the visuals.
I do like the ending gag though, when Sunset was like, "We're back."
Hi, we're here to use your dimension as a walkway home.
I wonder what everyone's reactions were to being ponies.
Actually, yeah, because when I saw that, I'm like, how bad would it have been if they saw their actual, like, their other selves if they're in Ponyville?
I don't know. I mean, Twilight saw her counterpart and everything went fine.
I mean, she's already met her counterpart once before. Friendship
Yeah.
games, anyone?
Yeah, she did say "and other me," so in other words, they have met. So
And she's been to the human world before, so she kind of already knew about that.
That's about it for my positive, and I'll pass it off to David.
Okay, guess I'm up this time. My positive for this special was that I think it was the settings in the special. I really liked how the settings, like first we started off on the cruise ship, and then we moved on to the island, and I liked it because we got a lot of like mini stories in this 44-minute special. And that's what I liked about these ones, because they don't, I mean, how to explain this? They don't really stick to one background setting or one subject setting where they're like, okay, spring breakdown, we're on a cruise ship, let's just stay there for 44 minutes. That would probably get a little bit boring, like, if they had the whole 44-minute special on the cruise ship,
Yeah.
just walking around deck by deck, whatever.
Getting seasick.
Yeah, like
Applejack, anyone?
Yeah, I mean, if you spend your entire time on a cruise ship, like in an episode, what can you really do?
Yeah, you'll run out of options. So.
You can always run into an iceberg.
Well, that's what I mean too. I mean, the special went all crazy with the references again. Like that's the first thing I noticed too when I was watching is the whole Titanic thing when Pinkie Pie held up bulk biceps at the beginning.
I'm the king of the
with his arms
world.
out. And I was like, oh, here we go, Titanic. Here we go. But yeah, I mean, I thought the settings were really cool. How they just stuck to the cruise ship, and then we went to the island, and then we went to Equestria. So it wasn't stuck in one place. There was lots going on in a good amount of time. So yeah. And Twilight fell in the mud.
Oh, poor Twilight. I get you out the mud.
Yay. But yeah, that's my positive. Just the settings, just the places they've been and where they went.
Wait a minute, I was talking to Twilight. Why'd you give a Fluttershy yay?
Because Fluttershy's away. Anyways, that's my positive. So I guess I send it off to our special guest.
All right, Dirk, you're up.
Positive slash funny sort of moment that happened was when after Pinkie got banned from the buffet, saved the chef by eating the bundt cake to free the chef.
Underwater, no less.
Yeah, I'm just like,
It's
well, if you think about it, they were in pony form, and it was kind of
no, they weren't.
Knowing Pinkie, they would be able to breathe underwater.
Yeah. They pony up. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're pony from, but no, I got you. But yeah, just like I just found it funny. Just like she finally got what she wanted, even though the circumstances.
Even though it was wet and soggy and wrapped around someone's foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really appetizing.
I'm trying to question, how did she not get sick or anything from that?
It's Pinkie Pie. Don't question it.
That's Pinkie Pie. Come on.
To quote Applejack when they were in our town, you have the strongest stomach out of any of us, Pinkie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
remember
true.
she ate all those muffins for them?
Yeah. Yeah. So. I just found that funny. It was just like the chef was like mad at her for a second, but then Pinky was like, "I'm still gonna help you."
And
Like
also,
when I first saw that, like to be honest, like I thought like Pinky was gonna be Pinky and sort of like tease around, but she didn't.
Yeah, because for that reason it was a serious matter.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a slow learner.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. You're still banned for life. I'm like,
The good thing I'm a slow learner.
And that's why we love Pinkie Pie.
Ew.
I think that was my positive.
Oh, just that one
Just-
scene.
Essentially.
All right. And now it's your turn again. This time you gotta explain one negative.
Well, this sort of is what I was wanting to go to. This is why I wanted to go last. So, when I get Sunset, but when we'll call her Side Twi just for the fun of it, and Equestria Girls Rainbow Dash went into Equestria, it just like was made me think like why wouldn't they not like why how come they have cutie marks even though they never really got their cutie marks in Equestria. They got their like logo just to say in Equestria World or Equestria Girls, whatever the heck that's called.
I think it's just CHS, the Canterlot High School, and
I just call it the human world.
Yeah. So like my point is like, why would they have cutie marks if they didn't really
earn
them in the equestrian world?
Maybe the equestrian magic in the portal gave it to them.
I mean, if you think about it, the cutie marks are already on the dresses.
Yeah, but that's like not their cutie marks. Like Rainbow Dashes is just a lightning bolt. Pinky's just a singular balloon or something. As to ponies, they have like more design to it.
It could be just a way for them to be easier to animate, just reusing vectors.
Yeah, and that brought another thing is like, if they were to stay in the equestrian world longer, wouldn't they have a hard time? Like, of course, Side Twi and Twilight different because they have glasses, or she does rather. But like Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, if they went into that world and they both had cutie marks, how would one tell apart from the other?
Well,
Also, hang on a minute. Considering in previous Equestria Girls installments, they've been shown to have pretty much the same talents as their pony counterparts. Wouldn't they automatically be given the same cutie marks? Like Twilight's been shown to be good with magic, Rainbow Dash is super speed and all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like you said, like their talents. That's actually not true. She's good at soccer, but actually, that did bring up other things. Like she's good at like what sports or something.
Well, Rainbow Dash is the sporty type.
Because I was like thinking if she likes to go fast,
But
I don't know why.
Pony Rainbow Dash is also athletic.
I know, but like in my head, Equestrian Girls Rainbow Dash. I thought, and I guess this is just me, but I thought she'd be more like a racer because they go fast rather than kicking balls around a field.
Kind of brings up an interesting thing too.
Wait, so you saying Rainbow Dash is gonna go fast? Who is the Sean the Hedgehog?
No, hold on, listen. Admiral has a good point because you notice how Sunset in the human world, she has a driver's license now.
Apparently,
as in that one short that we saw.
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently, she can drive. So, I mean, what are the ages of the Equestria Girls? Are they're in high school? So they're what, 17 and up, maybe?
They're stuck in a perpetual time loop where they never age.
Well, yeah, but if Sunset can drive a car, then Sunset must be at least like. I know I'm getting too over the top with this, but I always think about their ages, because they don't mention how old they are. I'm 17, 18, 20, what,
Well, I mean, most cartoon characters are pretty much ageless.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're ageless, but like these girls are basically still in high school, so they don't have any.
I mean,
I
they've
mean,
been in high school for
Applejack,
6 years now.
yeah, yeah, give or take. But like Applejack worked at the mall, Sunset drives a car, Rarity has a limo. What? And we don't know where these. We've seen Pinkie Pie's house in in what was it, Rainbow Rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously these girls have houses and jobs and
Boulder
so they're kind of like us.
Boulder's hungry.
Oh God.
Wait, what?
Wait, excuse me?
Wait, what?
That part in the movie, guys, when Maud came out and fed her rock the cereal.
Boulder. I heard you say Balto. I'm like, excuse me?
Anyways,
Yeah, that's what I thought he said.
Anyways, back to you, Admiral. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just like I know it's like they're symbols or something like that, but it's just like, why would I just like my negative would be is like, how would you tell the two apart? With the exception of Twilight, the others, how would you tell them apart if they were side by side? It's just like when they were the Royal Canterlot Reading, when the main six were fighting the Changelings, and the Changelings turned into the main six. How would you tell the difference?
The way they act. And to be fair, with Rainbow Dash's case, her wings were always down.
Yeah, because she didn't know how to use them. Even though, see, like all these questions.
Actually, no, Venom does make a good point because Pony Rainbow Dash always has her wings open or she's flying.
Yeah, or they're folded, then they open.
Yeah. So I guess that does make sense. I guess that would make sense. So that was just like a pet peeve of mine. Like in any episode that or any show that has like two of one person. Like a good example would be I'll give a quick example. Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Theo the Blue Ranger got hit with something, like some beam from the evil doer. And there was a duplicate of him. Same clothes, same height, voice, everything. The only way to tell him apart, like the clone from Theo, was to have him not wear blue. Because he was the Blue Ranger. Well, of course, that's a little cheesy, but like that's the only way to tell them apart. That's what I was saying. Besides Twilight, how else would you tell them apart? I guess by design, I guess would make sense or something.
I mean, obviously, okay, yeah. You said that the glasses were just a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, obviously. Mm-hmm. But what if she took off her glasses? Then how would you know them apart?
Then she wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah. Where am I?
Twilight, look out for that tree over there.
Tree. That one? Ow.
Yeah, that tree.
So yeah, that's good. I like that.
But Emil, I understand your point. So mainly, your concern is it should have made it more obvious to tell the difference. Like, for example,
yeah, if they were to stay longer, make it obvious that they're from the human world.
Like for example, give Rainbow Dash the ponytail.
Yeah.
Like in the episode The Mean Six, they had a way to tell the doppelgangers apart from the Mean Six.
Yeah, they made their colors like dimmer or darker, whatever.
Well, it worked for the audience.
Yeah.
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 Too well.
I think that's what they do. They just tone down the color a bit. So.
Anything else, Derek?
I think that's all.
All right. Your turn, David.
Wow, I think I did enough talking already.
Oh, sorry, you gotta do some more.
Oh boy.
If not, Grim's gonna get thrown down a hill.
I don't want to be part of this, okay? I really don't. Getting to the negative, I felt this is the obvious. I think that a lot of people, from what I've seen so far, this special, I'm sorry, but it was too all over the place. There was not a single part of the special where it kept long enough for you to keep your attention, especially the part where I got really kind of peeved about is that when the ship was sinking and starting to go down, and the storm was really bad. And this is the part where Sunset and Rainbow Dash and Sly went to the human world, not the human world, the pony world, and they kept cutting back and forth to the ship, to the around the table where they were talking. And I don't know, I felt like they were rushing it. It's like ship, map, room, talking, ship, and they were just doing it like 2 seconds per, flashback, back and forth. I was like, well, which one are we watching? Are we watching the ship go down, or are we watching them have a conversation? Didn't you find that a bit rushed? Just like back and forth.
I think they did that on purpose to build tension.
Well, yeah, I can understand that probably, but I felt like I was getting dizzy. I was like, what part are we watching? What's more important? Is the conversation between the three characters or the ship sinking?
I think they did that to show like they were kind of on a timer there, that they had a time limit to get back to the human world and save everyone.
Yeah.
I cannot talk to save my life tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is probably just something that I overlooked, but I was just like, first of all, you see Rarity and Fluttershy on the ship going, oh my god, and then all of a sudden you flash the Spike saying, oh yeah, the dragon wedding. And then you go back to the ship, help us! So, how are you today? It's like, well, shouldn't they actually, I mean, I know they're trying to catch up on seeing each other again, but I found it dragged on a bit too long. Like, that was just me though.
Yeah,
So you're saying the conversation about the dragon wedding drag on?
Really?
Thank you, Admiral.
You're welcome. I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon's what I do.
But yeah, I see what you mean. Like, it was funny for a few moments, but I guess they sort of overdid it. Like, it ran its course already.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ran its course, Some of the jokes just ran their course. So, like, the whole Rainbow Dash thing about the whole equestrian magic thing, move on, okay? Just move on. We get it. Rainbow Dash has the whole special. Move on. Just, I don't know. Sorry. Just getting overworked.
No problem, buddy. And
but anyways, that's my negative.
Alright. And Doug?
He's muted.
I'll give it this. At least your point wasn't as forced as 20% cooler.
It's forced in everywhere.
It's like to be honest, I didn't expect it until she said that the fudge needed to be 20% cooler. Then I read.
And ironically, you were just talking about how she hasn't said that phrase in a long time, and you were talking about the special.
Yeah, it's just like at the start of it, when I was watching it, Looney said that she hadn't said it in a while. And then 10 minutes later, when we get to that part, she said it, and I just read.
Yeah.
So my turn. All right. So let's see here. What to pick? Well, I could expand on what David said because that was my issue too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I'm gonna do something a little different. I mean, sure, the pacing of the special was a problem, but I want to do something different. Rainbow Dash, I like you, but you were kind of over obnoxious during the first act.
Here.
I mean, okay. I will say this: this is not out of character for Rainbow Dash. She is always shown to be extremely competitive. She is constantly an adrenaline junkie, always looking for action. But I kind of felt, well, it is in character for Rainbow. It just felt overused.
Yeah.
Like if
But she's not usually overly concerned with magic, though. That's Sunset Shimmer's job.
Yeah, but Sunset has calmed down over the last little while about this because she's accepted it.
I think Rainbow's just. I guess she just really wanted to do something. Like, she's a thrill seeker, right?
Yeah.
And Equestria Magic usually source of thrills for her, so yeah.
Yeah, and I think too, Rainbow Dash didn't want to be sitting in a lawn chair on a cruise ship, for the whole trip.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So I can understand.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I understand what the special was going for, and yes, this is in character for Rainbow. I just felt like it was a little overused. Like, if they used the whole getting concerned by evil magic thing that she was doing throughout the special, if it did it in like only in one or two scenes, then I think it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in character for her, and I am happy that she kind of learned her lesson in the end about essentially not her essentially being the one who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also committed the worst crime of them all. She got Pinkie Pie banned from the buffet.
Yeah, and you never do that to Pinkie Pie.
I would be the same way too if someone banned me from the buffet. Mm.
Oh yeah, could you imagine Dirk? You're like, no buffet.
You just eat every pony.
If I can't have my chocolate fondue, I'll have a pony.
That being said, I'm just about finished here. Again, Rainbow, I like you, but a little obnoxious in this boat. No pun intended. So, that being said, I'll pass out to Endless.
Hooray! I guess one thing that confused me when I watched this special was sort of the Storm King's magic. Like, I just don't remember them really draining any of his magic from the movie, so I was confused at that part. Is anyone else confused at that part?
I was thinking the same thing, actually. Like, the explanation of all the magic and the conjuring storms and everything. I'm like, where was that in the movie? It would have made the Storm King actually an effective villain. But, better late than never, I suppose.
Yeah, true. There wasn't really any sucking magic out of him. He died. He did.
Yeah, he fell off the thing and he broke into a million pieces, right? So
the way she said that, he died. He did. He really died.
He ceased to exist.
I promise, he died.
Or he's just really, really broken. Either way, I doubt they would be able to suck magic from him in that state, so I just don't see when they would be able to do that. So it just feels like they added that part so that the special would exist.
yeah, I think they used that way where they said that the Storm King's magic was not. I think it was just for the special.
Also, to add on to that, there was no real villain here.
The villain was the spatula.
Parrot.
The parrot. Oh God.
Oh gosh, the parrot.
Oh, the parrot was helpful. My name is Rainbow Dash.
What? The ship is sinking.
Rock.
Or maybe the villain was Ragamuffin.
Oh.
Ragamuffin. Is anybody going to talk about him?
Well, no, he doesn't really matter.
He
doesn't really matter.
Again. Who?
I guess he's one of those forgettable characters.
Who is he again?
I forgot his name 5 seconds flat.
Wow. Wow, Endless, wow. And I thought you were the nice one, wow.
Have you not seen Endless and Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, geez, Vin, it's not like we played last night, I mean...
yeah, whenever you make fun of movements, I mean, what?
There's no proof of that.
Or whenever you give her pickles.
Excuse me?
Yeah, don't give Endless pickles. She doesn't like them.
The way you've said that, though, I'm just like, excuse me?
Like getting your hand caught in the cookie jar. Anyways, I think we're sliding off topic.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Just a small bit.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Just weird continuity part with the storm magic thing that I just don't understand.
Yeah, that did seem. I love the continuity callback, but it did feel forced.
Yeah,
It just
I was just like, okay, let's just put this here and boom, boom, boom.
Twilight.
Wait, what?
Oh, the plays.
Oh wait, that was perfect. That was perfect. My God.
I didn't even.
Like, I'm not going to stick here a plot device.
Oh, jeez.
Look, Pinkie Pie, a plot device.
I think we're going a bit overboard here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry. It makes up for the lack of stuff I can say because I usually can't think of stuff to say at all.
That's fine.
Makes the podcast that much entertaining.
Then get ready for my rant.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I need popcorn.
Endless.
What? Oh no.
We're
Oh,
not
yes.
gonna make it. Oh no.
Yeah, but I guess the news for you, Looney. You gotta wait a little longer. Because it's Crimson's turn.
I know.
Take it away, Creme.
I was just like, oh my God, that's funny.
Whenever you're ready, Crimson.
Crimson.
Oh, he's here.
Right here.
Yay! We love you, Crimson!
Alright. Negative will have to be. Well, I'm gonna have to say I kind of wish Rainbow Dash wasn't a little too hasty on what would happen. I mean, she had a good reason. That's admirable, and that is her element. being loyal.
Unintended. Admirable. Unintended.
Mhm. But yeah, what she did was kind of a bit uncalled for. For example, Pinkie Pie wanted to eat the most delicious cake, but who ruined it?
Rainbow Dash.
RD.
Whenever something bad happens or anything doesn't go wrong, it's always Rainbow Dash who messes everything up.
I mean, she also assumed Applejack was possessed by evil magic, even though she was just seasick.
Oh, now I see why her initials are RD. It's for ruining dessert.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna write that one down.
I never thought about that until now.
I didn't even think about that. Like, okay, so now we're so AJ, what would that stand for?
Apple John?
Apple John. Yeah.
So, yeah, you got anything else that comes in?
Nope, that seems to be it.
Alright, Looney. Take it away.
Oh, goody. Time for a rant.
Who?
Yep.
Okay.
And our topic for today's rant is.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
I give Looney his soapbox.
Oh. Alright, I step up on soapbox first.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Another soapbox.
Hold on. Soapbox? Excuse me?
Just hang on. There's another one right here. Here. Get on this one.
Alright.
So I'm guessing it was going to assume that Rainbow Dash herself is my negative for the special. And you'd be right because I found her extremely annoying. But since that's a little too easy to nitpick, instead my negative is the pacing in this special.
So kind of like what I was saying.
Every promo and clip that I'd seen from the special beforehand made it seem as if the main section would all be going into Equestria for the first time. Which is a storyline I've always wanted to see, at least as far back as like Friendship Games, Rainbow Locks, one or the other. So imagine my disappointment when I was watching this special for the very first time, having gone through half of the special already, nearly with 20 minutes remaining, and we only get to see Sunset, Sidetry, and Human Dash and Ponyville for only a few brief little scenes.
Okay, but
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Sure, there were a few funny moments, such as Sidetry freaking out over being a pony, or Sunset preventing the two Rainbow Dashers from meeting each other, and Pinkie Pie not recognizing the second Twilight. But at most, it's only like, what, 5, maybe 10 minutes of screen time they spend in Equestria?
But you got to admit, Looney, that this is an Equestria Girls special.
I mean, that's true, but when all the promos make it seem like that's what's going to happen, it's kind of disappointing.
Well, isn't that what most, like, promos do? You know, they show...
And not to mention, I've wanted to see that storyline for years.
Well,
why do they keep wasting this potential?
Because, well, think about it, Looney. With most promos, when they show promos, they always show the important parts of the promo, but then we don't know how long it's going to take to get to that actual scene.
I think that's the reason why so many fans were kind of disappointed with this special, though, because that's what the promos made it seem like it was going to be about.
Yeah, you know.
Why not just promote the fact that it was going to take place on a cruise ship? That
I don't know. I mean,
at least then nobody would have been as disappointed.
Well, I don't know. I mean, don't know the reasoning behind it. Really, I don't. But maybe it's because, okay, this was a 44-minute special. You know, they can only show so much in a promo, right? They can't show. It's like a teaser trailer, right?
Still,
it's the same thing.
So we had to go, half a special before we actually got to that, though. All that build up for very, very disappointing amount of screen time.
Sounds like...
Well, it seems like, yeah.
Sounds like somebody didn't learn the lesson from Sponge out of the water.
Wait, what?
You know how they constantly built it up to where, oh my gosh, it actually takes place in Bikini Bottom. It's actually a new animation style. But yeah, it only showed up during the last third.
Oh, that's actually a good one, yeah.
Only someone in the advertising staff did not learn the lesson from that.
Yeah, it's like they didn't get the memo. But I can understand why you're, in that direction, Looney.
I mean, I just wish we could have seen more of that. Like, heck, what if we got to see the reactions from everyone when they went through the pony mode to get back home? That could have been interesting.
I don't know. I really don't know why they did that.
They had some really good ideas going into the special, don't get me wrong, and I really wanted to love it as much as I love Forgotten Friendship, but ultimately it just ended up feeling too cluttered in the end.
Well, I don't want to...
It's like they wrote the second half of the special first and then wrote the first half just to build up to it.
Yeah, and I don't want to put the special down. I'm glad that they did do it, but again, I found it maybe unnecessary for this one. I don't know why. I don't think we really needed it because it was just a filler. It was enjoyable, don't get me wrong.
Combine the sluggish pacing with the fact that it took half the special before its plot finally kicked in, and this was one of the weaker Equestria Girls specials, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's better than Roller Coaster of Friendship, at least I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And I'm going to step down from my soapbox now.
Okay, I'll put the soapbox away.
Alright, so now it's time for us to give our final ratings for the episode. And, yeah, Looney, since you went first, and especially after your rant, why don't you start us off with that?
2.5.
Okay. And Looney just went BRB. So,
okay.
Alright, so David?
I'm going to give this special 3 out of 5.
Okay.
It had its laugh moments, it had good facial expressions like Endless said. But, it wasn't really up to par with the other entries. And Sunset, yes, you did look good in that new dress.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Crimson? Crimson.
No, he put it in the
he did? Oh, okay, I see it. Thank you. So, yeah, Crimson gave it a 3 out of 5 as well. Okay. Endless?
And 3.5.
Interesting. Wanna expand upon it?
Well, there are definitely good moments, but there's only so much that I would want to rewatch it for.
Dirk?
I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
Oh, out
Wow.
of 5?
Yeah. Mainly because what killed it for me was not only Dash, but also the pacing of the entire special.
Yeah.
Seems like quite a few of us had problems with the pacing.
Another thing too is that I forgot to mention this, guys, but remember at the beginning of the special when they started to play on the stage
Yeah.
and the song started to play? We didn't talk about the song.
Probably.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
generic, and I barely remember how it goes.
Other than it cut off.
It cut
Yeah.
off because of the thing, but
The
it was,
rainbow lasers.
yeah, the song was actually picking up, but sad that they didn't get to continue it.
They did the same thing they did with Invisible. They cut it off halfway.
And
Still waiting for the full version, Hasbro.
poor Looney.
I give Looney a hug.
Alright. As for me, I'm gonna give this episode, or special rather, 3 out of 5. I gave it a 3 because, well, yeah, my biggest problem of the special is everybody else's biggest problem, which is the gosh darn pacing. It didn't feel quite rushed all the way through. It only felt rushed at the end. But good golly, the pacing of this special was all over the place.
Yeah, if they only didn't just do that, it would have been probably a better special. But
yeah, it probably would have been decent at best. Decent at best.
Yeah, but they were like, let's just put here, drop this here, and but
yeah, the first half was too sluggish, then the second half
was
too fast.
Yeah.
That being said, I do prefer the second half over the first half.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ben. I like the second half.
Me too.
Yeah. Alright, so I did the overall math.
Is that all of us?
Yeah,
that's all of us, right?
Yeah, that's all of us. Alright, so overall, Spring Breakdown got an average rating of 3 stars out of 5. Very, very, very subpar special.
Very middle of the road.
Yeah, not the best, not the worst, but...
So, what were the ratings for the other two Equestria Girls specials?
The Roller Coaster of Friendship?
Look,
That one and Forgotten Friendship, what were their ratings?
Well, I know Forgotten Friendship had the higher rating. That I do know.
Wasn't that like a solid 5, or no?
And, we never really covered, Roller Coaster of Friendship, did we?
Yeah, I believe you did, though.
We did.
Yeah, but it was never released.
Oh.
Wasn't?
Wait.
We covered it, though, right?
I remember y'all covered it, I just don't remember what the rating was.
I could have sworn we did a podcast on that one. I don't know.
Yeah, you did do a podcast on Roller Coaster of Friendship.
Yeah, we did.
Was it never uploaded?
No, it was never uploaded.
That's probably why. Didn't we have a lot of complications on that one?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Complications are probably best left for after the podcast.
Yeah, well, it's best left unsaid. But yeah, I do remember that Forgotten Friendship did get a high rating. That's all I'm gonna say.
Still the best Equestria Girls special.
I dare say it's the best thing about Equestria Girls overall.
I don't know. I mean, I think these 44-minute specials are coming down to a close. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because, I mean, I'd rather just watch a 22-minute episode, like a special, you know.
I mean, if they do make any more of these, can someone other than Nick
Yeah, who did write this one? Was it Nick Offerman?
Yes, it was.
Yep. Third in a row.
That's probably why the pacing was so off.
Yeah, I think the writer's starting to feel a bit fatigued.
I think they're getting drained of these because honestly, I mean, I know they're trying to put their best effort towards these, but I think they're getting drained.
I mean, at least it was funny, which Nick Cumberland is known for funny
Yeah, I
funny
mean, I've
stuff.
seen him on an interview once, and he is a funny guy, but
Mhm. Yeah. I mean,
he's not really that much into.
Nick Cofferlone does very good with the comedy, but sometimes the comedy can come at the expense of the story that he's trying to write. Almost like a Francis. But yeah, I still respect the guy. He did put out some quality content.
Yeah, he's one of the better writers on the show.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least he's trying to, practice.
That being said, I think it's high time that we all sign off for the night. Thank you all so much for watching us. Next week is going to be a doozy because that is when we'll be covering season 9.
Is this going to be more of a doozy than Foggy Bottom Bog?
Get out.
I understood that.
Yeah, this is great, guys. Season 9 is gonna be just a good roller coaster of roller coaster pancakes.
It's going to be a roller coaster of friendship. Wait, that's
You
special.
say roller coaster quesadillas. There's the window.
Okay, I give Twilight a whole roller coaster of quesadillas.
Yep,
And ladybugs.
and yeah,
Right past me.
oh yeah, and I should say this right now in case someone in the chat might start to panic. Yes, season 9 will be the final season of Friendship is Magic. However, that does not mean that it's the end for the Bronimaniacs discuss. We will still keep going.
It's also not the end of the fan base.
Yeah. So before you guys say, "Oh, let's take off the brony buttons," just don't.
Yeah, but don't worry, guys. If you're constantly looking forward to more podcasts from us, don't worry. We're not going anywhere.
We got you covered, like 20% covered. Oh wait, that was a commercial.
Okay,
Really?
you're done.
I'm done. I'm done for the night.
Just for that, I'm giving you a quesadillas and ladybugs.
Ooh.
Great.
Wait. I could go even further, but I'm not going to.
He can go further beyond it.
Quesadilla filled ladybugs.
Yeah.
Ew.
God.
No, sorry, the other way around. Ladybug filled quesadillas.
That ladybugs are too tiny for that.
No. I mean, like, okay, I don't know how to word it. Quesadillas with ladybugs in them. How about that?
Ew.
That's a disgusting note to end on.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think Ven needs to close this off now.
Please hurry.
Anyway, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Tune in next week for the premiere of season 9, and I can safely say that we're all looking forward to it.
It's gonna be the beginning of the end.
Pun intended.
That's it then? Wait, hold on. That's it then?
Okay.
Stop!
Oh,
That's
no.
literally the name of the episode.
Yeah, I know, right?
But anyways, I had fun, guys. Yeah, woohoo.
Yep. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Moomins are hippos?
No, they're not.
See ya.
May the flute be with you all.